Another one, number 8 is...
Let me get number 9 again.
Number 9 was gay marriage. Who knew that this state was going to be one of the leaders in the gay marriage push?
Well, considering that the president had pushed it forward, it only made logical sense.
But he came to the party late. He came to the party late. Let's just be candid. He came to the party late.
The president?
The president did come to the party late.
What about the governor?
The governor did. He came late too. He came late too. So let me talk about number 8. Number 8 was, I've had enough. There are so many people who are stepping down from office this year, and a lot of them are people who are stalwarts. I think the biggest change, Donnie, is going on in Prince George's County, where people are challenging Senator Anthony Muse and Senator Curry down there, and you're going to see a lot of changes down here. The next one, number 7, the Maryland GOP coup d'etat. And let me explain this for those who don't know. There was literally a midnight massacre in the Maryland GOP because they took out the head of that group and replaced him with someone else. Number 6, once again, involves Donnie Glover. It's the 300-man march. You want to explain what happened when I called you on the phone about the 300-man march?
I thought he lost his mind. He said, of all of the assignments, he told me to meet him at the National Press Club, meet him at
Georgetown,
some pretty nice places. But this one was he told me to meet him at Penn North. And if you're from Baltimore, you know that's where Art Social is.
Tell him what time. Tell him what time I said. Get there by 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
And what did I tell you I was going to do?
Right in front of the VD clinic, 1515.
And guess what? And what did I tell you we were going to do? We're going to go live.
Yeah, we're going to go live. That's what he said.
And guess what? We watched the 300-man march. Our security was done by whom?
Black Stevie. Me or my dog?
Your dog.
Oh, I had my dog with me?
Yes, he had his dog with him.
Shepherd.
Hey, look, because people were coming up to asking us, what are y'all doing? That was number 6. Number 5 was Don Dwyer. Don Dwyer is a delegate. He was found guilty of driving while under the influence in a boat. He wrecked his boat against somebody.
He got charged for stupidity. Because it's one thing you get caught up. Everybody has mistakes. But he had some serious denial going on, didn't he?
He did. Let me talk about number 4, because this is one that, Donnie, you and I thought was the most ridiculous thing that happened.
Why are you laughing, Deltra? Okay.
The Black Guerrilla family. The fact that one of their members impregnated, get this.
No, what's important, was interesting is that it got reported as news.
4 female guards impregnated by one guy who's incarcerated?
It's not new.
Okay, Donnie, I'm sorry. It's new to me.
Is it new?
Well, it's new to me. I'm going to agree with you. It's news. But at the same token, I agree that it's not news.
Well, let me just say.
Bass just joined us in the studio.
Okay.
It's not news. These things happen. It's a different kind of mic. We got to talk directly into it. But it's not new.
Well, it's definitely not new because it's been going on in the penitentiaries for years, but they're trying to make it seem like it's something new because they wanted to blow it up and make this bigger than what it really is.
That, I can score more drugs in prison than I can on the streets. I'm sorry, that's a problem.
Hey, don't check the guards, man. Guards just walk in. What you talking about?
Let me go to number 3.
Okay.
Number 3, taxes. Donnie, you have railed against this idea for so long that I also agree that we're overtaxed and, quote, underserved. Okay?
Can't even get a recreation center.
Right. Number 2.
Can't even get a real school CEO in an academic state as Maryland. All of these PhDs.
Okay. Number 2.
Andres Alonzo wasn't no PhD.
Number 2.
He wasn't even an educator.
Can I go to number 2 now?
All right. Let me see how much time left.
Real quickly. Number 2 was the rollout of the Maryland Healthcare website. Let me just tell you, and Donnie, I know you'll appreciate this. The person in charge of the rollout, Lieutenant Governor Anthony Brown, has been quiet except for prudential announcements.
Who?
Lieutenant Governor Anthony Brown.
You should have heard my imitation of him last.
Wait a minute. Let me tell you what some of his pronouncements were. We're going to fix the problem. To the rescue, Governor O'Malley with charts, PowerPoints, and he still didn't explain away the problems. You'll hear a lot more about this during this year.
Hey, listen, this is my partner. This is Anthony Brown. I'm here with Martin O'Malley. We're going to make Maryland better.
last but not least, the number one story of 2013 was the governor's race. You and I have been around this state and talked to the various players, and this story is not over with. You know, every year I only do 10, but there were some things that did come up on my radar screen that I was unable to talk about. First of all, John Leopold was taken out of office
as Anne Arundel County executive. He just didn't care.
Right.
He's like, whatever. I'm doing what I want to do.
Yeah,
what?
Well, his butt is out of.
But he having sex in the parking lot.
It was even more.
Wasn't he? Wasn't he?
You know what?
They are laughing at me. Please clarify.
No, but no, they found out that he was having sex
in the parking lot.
In a parking lot.
The county exec.
In the county executive.
Just
the other one.
Oh, they changed the seat.
The other one I couldn't write about, but I've written about this before, and I just didn't know if I should put it in. It was gambling. Let me just tell you that gambling expanded in the state at such a great rate.
Expanded so much that the 24-year-old black woman was found in the casino yesterday for 8 hours and left her baby in a car that had blankets on the windows. So they can take the gambling and all of that and stick it because it ain't no good, especially for black people who ain't got no money.
All you gotta do is look at the surrounding areas of Atlantic City and the communities in Las Vegas, and you'll see that the gambling is not good for everybody.
So let me talk about, because I told Donnie I was going to give him an exclusive on this show. And I have to name my person of the year. Now, one of the things and the traits I always look for.
Man, we got 17 minutes.
It ain't gonna take that long. One of the reasons why I select a person of the year. Let me tell you some of the people who I selected so that you'll know.
Okay, all right. So you know.
Charles